Greetings! My name is Turdin and Happy New Year! Anyway, so it is the start of a new year. And what better way to start it off than talk about some harbingers today. Or one, to be specific, who has gotten quite a spotlight shined on his small little form as of late. That's right, I hope you have your My Chemical Romance albums and hilariously oversized hats ready, because today we are talking about the numero 6th harbinger, Scaramouche. So once upon a sort of pretty decently long while ago, you had none other than the big kahuna of Inazuma herself, A, who was still pretty depressed and sad over that whole her sister being murdered business. She felt frustrated with herself for failing to save her twin's life, and the world for once again taking the good away and leaving her all alone and empty. So recognizing that her troubles needed some actual attention and time to heal, she decided to do the responsible thing and get some therapy. Now of course not, she pushed that grief so deep it was making conversation with the bloody fish apps. And decided that the one sensible way to handle such nasty things like entropy would be by cultivating an eternity of good vibes. But she realized that she probably needed some reinforcements if she wanted to get such a logical, well thought out plan to work. So she once again decided to do the sensible thing and created a robot puppet flesh thingy, who just so happens to be the small boy of the hour, Scaramouche, also known as Kunikozushi, also known as the Balladeer, also known as Kabukimono, also known as Titmunch. Unfortunately, it seems that she must have accidentally confused a dot for a comma somewhere. This one is for my programmer homies, and he ended up with that nastiest and most insidious of bugs, human emotions. However, SA didn't exactly feel like adding filicide to her list just yet. She decided instead to take away his powers and seal him in some magical shack somewhere called the Shake Pavilion for the next infinity amount of years. It's a dot that counts, I suppose, though it obviously didn't make the resulting abandonment issues any easier, so add one to the list of personal betrayals that will definitely not shape him in any negative way or form in the future. Luckily, before Scaraboy could fully develop his smorgasbord of parental issues, he was found by a bunch of bladesmiths who were literally living next door. Over time, these bladesmiths and the large hat lad became the bestest of best friends. They had slumber parties, were invited to each other's birthdays, would gossip about Mr. Mikoshi, and were the family he had always wanted but never got. But of all the good friends Scaraboy made at the forge, this one would be the best friend. And you know what? Being abandoned by his mum kinda sucked, but things actually aren't too bad now. He had friends, a job, and a place to belong. Believe it or not, but stuff is actually beginning to look up. Maybe humans aren't that bad after all. Hey there, hey there folks, fellow mortals, hi. So like, nice to meet you. My name is Escher, and I'm from Fontaine and totally want to help out and stuff. And I couldn't help but notice you had this crap load of magical magical ore lying about, so why not use it to forge really dope, sweet swords? Said Escher, who was from Fontaine and definitely not secretly a harbinger in disguise. So they did, and they began using the magical not uranium ore to make really cool weapons, all while they quietly ignored the fact that people were beginning to die from radiation sickness and the forge they were using to melt the stuff was becoming increasingly clogged up from all the evil magic energies from a dead god. It's supposed to make those sounds, don't worry about it. Until one day, they had to worry about it, because the damn thing was going all Fukushima on their asses. So, seeing his friends in danger, Scaraman decided to step up and find some help. Despite his previous experiences, he decided to undertake the journey to Tenjikaku and petition the Shogun for help. It wouldn't be easy, but I'm sure it's something he could do. Meanwhile, in Tatarasuna... Hey, I don't think you're actually from Fontaine at all. Hey, I'm back, and hey, where is Niwa gone? He left. He what now? And he wanted to leave you this box. This box? What? Oh my god, that's a heart. Yup, it's of some random schmuck that Niwa murdered, cause he's evil. He also left a note saying how you're ugly and he hates you and you're cringe and disgusting. So Scara decided to piss off and do his own thing, add another to the list of betrayals that definitely won't screw him up later. Until he one day ran into a friendly, innocent and terminally ill child, and Scara decided to be friends with that child, but then the child died and then he was sad. And then add another point to the betrayals list, even though the child literally didn't betray him or had any control over dying, but oh well, logical reasoning doesn't exactly run in the family. So at this point our large-headed friend kinda had it up to here with everyone's nonsense and with the world constantly screwing him like Hoyover's screws or wallets. So when a certain devilishly handsome silver fox offered him a prime spot in the Fatui, it's probably not that surprising to learn that he damn well took that spot in a non-existent heartbeat. Whereupon he was given the finest of welcoming gifts a puppet could yearn for: excruciating human experimentation, and also an actual proper coffee machine in the break room. Have fun. And fun he did have. Like the time he returned back to Inazuma to screw with some bladesmiths for giggles. He's not exactly good at letting things go. And he scared the living piss biscuits out of Kazuha's great-grandfather to the point of him never doing his job ever again. Which, surprisingly, doesn't exactly bring in the big bucks. And, well, we all know how that story ends. But he also tried his hand at other fun activities for the whole family, like trips to Mega Hell, looking at some inconsistent heavenly bodies, experiments to unlock the power deep within, and playing with his non-existent balls for the next very long time. Until he was eventually sent to Inazuma to keep an eye on the local kitten delusion factory, where, through certain circumstances, he managed to get his hands on the Electronosis thingy, and, remembering that he was kind of made to use the damn thing, promptly decided to piss off to the magical rainforest kingdom of the nerds, Sumeru, to become a god through way of Gundam, which went about as well as you'd expect once Steve gets involved. But instead of being nay-nayed, he managed to strike a deal with the Dendro Archon extraordinaire and general bundle of joy Nahida, and was sent into the Irminsul search engine to check out some Descender info. No. Descender Outlander info. No. Traveler Descender info. Damn it. Traveler Twin Abyss info? Is that Hey, what's that? Haha, I'm very evil and I'm going to murder this man. Hahaha. Motherfucker! Hey, wasn't I supposed to make a video today? Huh. Oh well, couldn't have been that important.